for another day riding the bike, for a little bit of exercise session. Not going anywhere special today, except just down around to the local track around the pond here, and for a little ride around and around with the joggers and the dogs. There's no serious exercise people down here, just a few of the locals who feel like they need to increase their exercise component from somewhere between not much to none up to maybe a little bit. There's a nice little track they put in here. I'd like to put one of these in my front garden. Cute. Not so much grass to mow as well. So it's a Sunday afternoon, quite late, although it's the rainy season at the moment, and you can tell that by the number of puddles around and so on, but we're heading into the cooler months of the year, but we're not there yet. So it still gets very warm and humid during the day. So nobody here much during the day. And only come here during the evening. This is one of our favourite dogs here. This guy likes to make a lot of noise at me. Dog's still coming. Come on, dog. Come on. Come on, dog. Get some exercise. That's the way. Oh, he gave up. There you go. Never mind. Just a little bit of the local entertainment and colour here. Another one of our regulars here, Ruddy Cup. This guy looks a bit serious. He comes pretty regularly too, but he never says hello. He's always got a very serious expression on his face. A very determined man. So this used to be the old gravel track, and I've done a video about the changes and improvements here. Improvements seem to be holding up pretty well too. I've also got a series of photographs that I've taken from this very location, where the sun goes down. Now in the summertime, the sun goes down right in between that little gap in the trees there, and so you get the orange sunset coming up through here. But as we're moving into the winter now, we're moving into the west, into the south. The sun's going down toward the south a little bit more for the southern summer, and our northern cooler months, winter. So the sun now sets over here. I'll put a few of those sunset photos in for your entertainment and edification. I'm sure they'll be thrilling. This is another popular spot where the young fellas rather optimistically come over here and bait up some hooks. I have no idea what they bait them up with, but and throw them in there, and then they get tired of the fishing lines being tangled in the weeds and the rubbish that's in the bottom of there, so then they give up and go away. About 20 minutes is the average for a fisherman when I see them come, and try their luck and then go. But at least they're getting out, having a bit of fun. This is our dog group. These people are dog lovers, you see, you can tell. A lovely little group of mutts. No, the dogs, I mean, the dogs, not the people. So that's actually about all there is to see here. And all we do is go round and round. The wheels of the bike go round and round, and we do a few laps of this. All the joggers go counterclockwise, and I always ride my bike clockwise. And perhaps they think that I should be going with the flow and going around here in a counterclockwise direction, but I think it's much better if I meet them head on, so that I can see them and they can see me as I approach, and we'll courteously make room for each other. And all will be well. But if I went around clockwise, so there's go with the flow, go with them in a counterclockwise direction, then I would be approaching them from behind, and perhaps they're engaged in conversation, or they've got earbuds in, or whatever else, and they don't hear me coming from behind. I might at least startle them, or at worst they might suddenly step sideways and I run into them, which would be decidedly uncomfortable. Not a good thing for everybody. It's very nice down here today. There's all the fishing spots over there. Sawasdee krap. And this is the fishing spot here. Equally as unproductive as the one further up there. Never ever seen anybody pull a fish out of any kind or size. There you go, here's another jogger. Pick up. So there we go. Impossible to come here in the day, in the afternoon even. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the heat here is quite too much. But get here by the time the sun has dipped down over those trees into the horizon. Here's one of the lovely ladies, got the cap. Oh, and the friendly dog. Come on, friendly dog, you want to come for a run? No, he declined this time, does he? Not in the mood for another run. There's that brown dog that I just went past on the left. He doesn't chase me anymore, because one time he come up beside me as I was riding along and barking, and just looked a little too close for comfort. And I happened to have a little stick in my hand at the time, a nice long piece of stick about just the handlebar width, which was comfortable. And I swung it around and just clipped him on the tip of the snout. And the dog rattled off in shock. I don't think it hurt him, but he reeled back in shock. He doesn't chase me anymore. So I don't bother carrying the stick with me anymore. This one that does like to make noise, that's all it does. It just makes noise. I don't think it's got any intention of having a go at getting a bite in. It certainly wouldn't like what happens next if it did. Still. So the only time you can come down here is evening like now, and it's very, very pleasant. This is just most beautiful. Cooling breeze and but of course, being a Sunday afternoon, there's not that many people are down here today, only a few. But at its peak there would be perhaps 15 people, so certainly not crowded around here. You're not having to join a large group just to get to walk around or jog around the park. It's very local, very rural, very friendly. Very pleasant in the evening. So that's about enough. You've seen it all. And that being the case, I'll sign off and hope you'll see me in the next video. Bye-bye.